All right, I am somewhere out in the country around Canton, Texas. Beautiful area for all of those folks over in West Texas that have never been up here. Y'all should come. It's pretty up here. I am here with Gary Vawter. Vawter. I have always said your name wrong.
Darth is my brother.
Okay, Gary, say your last name again.
Vawter.
Vawter. Gary Vawter. I will practice all the way home today. Vawter. Okay, anyway, he received Infiniti Matrix about a month plus ago.
Something like that.
And you began texting me like the next day. Tell me your story.
Well, I've had lower back pain all of my life because I blame it on my dad growing up on a farm, making me do stuff at age 12 I shouldn't be lifting. But anyway, I've lived with that all my life. And the day before they came out and did the stem cell therapy, I had a particularly bad bout of back pain. So within 12 hours after getting the stem cells, that was in the evening, so retiring that night, getting up the next morning, I was going about my normal morning things and realized something's different and I couldn't put my finger on it. And then I realized I had absolutely no back pain.
That's awesome.
So that was pretty wild.
Yeah.
Then I had an eye appointment, I think it was the next day, and it was my third in 3 months because they were concerned about some things they were seeing that they couldn't explain with my eyes suddenly. And they had done some tests and I was there for a follow-up. They thought they were going to have to prescribe glasses for me, which they had not had to do in several years. And before he did it, he said, well, I want to do one more test that we haven't done. So sent me back to the technician and had her do this test with her computer on my eyes. Came back in to see him and he is looking at the test results and he's talking to his tech and he calls her and says, you did this. I could tell there was some consternation going on. Finally he goes, we don't need to see you for another year and you don't need glasses, you're good. And that was all he would tell me. I could tell he was still talking to the tech when I left because he couldn't explain what was going on with my eyes.
And in your text to me, didn't you say that the change they had seen, your eyes had gone from 2020 to 2040?
Right.
And now it was back to
2020.
Isn't that awesome? Anything else? I haven't seen you in a whole month, so.
Yeah, I had they were concerned about my kidneys because I'm hesitant to say I'm still type 2 diabetic because I haven't had that checked in a while. But they were going to switch my medications because they had me on metformin, and they were concerned about my kidney being enlarged because the tests were showing up that my PSA or whatever was slightly elevated. This was a couple of months before the stem cells. So they had scheduled me for an ultrasound. I went for the ultrasound. I got a call from my doctor saying, I don't know what we were seeing, but your ultrasound shows there's no problem with your kidney function.
Woo!
So it's good. But they said, it looks like that your prostate may be enlarged, and we're concerned about that from the ultrasound. That was a secondary thing they saw. So we wanted to schedule an MRI for you. So they did that, and now I've had, just this past week, had a second term with that doctor, and they said, again, we don't know what's going on, but the MRI shows there's no problem with your prostate. So,
woo! Wow.
So it's all good.
Oh, wow, that was awesome. Thank you so much, Mr. Vawter.
That's it.
Woohoo! All
Darth's
right.
the distant cousin.
Okay, well, I'll say hi to him. Thanks, Gary.